Hey everyone, Gary Nims here with Windermere Real Estate. Hey, here for your February 2023 market update. So without further ado, what I'd like to show you is I'd like to compare the East Side and Seattle, but I don't want to compare them to each other. I want to compare January of 2023 with where they were at January 2022. So median sold price on the East Side, 1,515, and a 13% reduction in median price year over year. We're at 1,320. What I want everyone to be able to see is we're headed back in the direction. We're headed back up. That's not why I have this red arrow here, though. I'll tell you that in a minute. December 2022, we were at 1.3. We're up 20,000 on the month. That is actually a good and expected sign because we've been forming a nice base for a few months now. The percentage of homes that were sold above the list price back in January 2022, we were coming into this absolutely blow your mind red hot market. 71% of the market was selling above the list price. Now 8% above the market selling above the list price, but it is happening. And I'll tell you a little bit more about a story that I just had over the weekend. Amount above the list price, 19%. That was an all-time record a year ago. Now 3% for the homes that sell above the list price is the average. Percent of homes that sold in 15 days or less, 82%. Now less than a third, about a quarter of the homes that sell within 15 days. But we're going to talk a little bit more about inventory. I'm very concerned about inventory. Here we had 10 days worth of inventory. Currently, we have about 1.4 months of inventory. That is a technical seller's market. But one of the challenges, this is our big headwind, is because of interest rates, the average payment on the average home it's up 20%. Because back in January 2022, house prices were up, but interest rates were down. They were just starting to rise, average about 3.5% in January. So let's go on to Seattle. I'll tell you about the Seattle market. We're going to make this a shorter video today. January 2022, median sold price, 813,000. Now we're down about 2% year over year, 800,000. One thing is, we did have a big drop in median price from December. So that's kind of interesting to note. We're going to have to watch that for Seattle, see what's going on there. Percentage of homes that were selling above the list price, 35%. Seattle, 13% now here in 2023. Amount above the list price, 7% above the list price. Remember, the East Side was 19% above the list price in January 2022. 23, we're 2% above the list price for the homes that do sell above the list price. Percentage of homes that are sold in a couple weeks or less, they were at 61%, 37% now. And still, Seattle's still really low in inventory. We were almost 2 weeks of inventory in January 2022. Now we're still in a technical seller's market. Average payment is up 36% because of interest rates. So my natural question is, why is inventory not soared? Out of control. Why do we still have low inventory? Well, we paused our builders that we didn't know what was going to go on when interest rates started to raise so quickly, fastest interest rate in history. To get back going. Now, I do know builders are back and going. I'm getting emails from some of my builders that are saying, hey, Gary, we're buying land. When you find something, here's what we're looking for. Some builders are resetting a little bit. They're changing just a little bit what they want, but they are buying land. And so they're looking out to get the building process going. But the permitting process is delaying them. We've got a lack of workers in the municipalities that is kind of slowing things down, and just hitting the pause button of slowing down for a good 6-8 months is really causing, they're going to have to start up again. But here's the big thing. Whoops, sorry guys. Here's the big thing. Interest rates increase too fast. And so sellers we're not putting their house on the market. If you're a seller and you have a 3% interest rate on your 30-year fixed mortgage, do you really want to take a 7% interest rate and move on up or down or what have you into a new home? Most sellers don't want to do that. So what's my big concern ahead? And I have a big concern ahead as we're looking down the road in 2023. And that concern is I'm seeing signs of the shift again, and the shift back the other way towards a really, really hot seller's market. Do I think we're going to get into another 2022? No, I really don't. Not in 2023 anyway. And what I mean when I say 2022 is the first part of 2022 was breaking all kinds of historical seller type markets. We were breaking so many metrics that we'd never broken before. But I do think, I mean, let me just tell you, I was in a multiple offer situation with one of my folks who's buying over the weekend, and there were 4 offers and it sold above the list price. We were still within that 3% above the list price, but nevertheless, we're seeing multiple offers. And it's almost as if the whole buyer pool was like frozen in Q3 and Q4 of 2022. And now as interest rates come down, it's like the temperature is going up and they're thawing out and all these buyers are coming out. We're really starting to see that, and we're just at the cusp. So my concern is buyers getting priced out of the market again. It is happening. And then I'm concerned about sellers getting stuck as well. How do sellers get stuck? Well, if you have all your equity that you're going to use to buy your next house in your existing house, well, then you've got to make a contingent offer, and that seller of the house that you want to buy, they've got to accept a contingent offer. In a fast market, that doesn't happen. In a slower market and a more of a balanced market, that happens. I was seeing contingent offers. I'm not seeing so many contingent offers anymore. And then the other thing is sellers, there's some tools that you can use. There's bridge loans, and if you qualify, or there's cash buyer programs. Windermere has one. In fact, they have a great one, but there's some expense to it. So if you don't have to use those tools, it's a better market if contingent offers will get accepted. The other concern that I have is interest rates, where they're starting to come back down. And while that's a good thing, I want interest rates to come back down. It's affecting our market in such a way that, like I said, a lot of buyers are just crawling out of the ice, and there've been a lot of pent up demand. So other thing is, remember what I've talked to, if you've seen some of my videos before, I've talked about in the greater Seattle area, because we're so high tech, a lot of tech workers will use their restricted stock units for their down payments. So when stocks are down, their down payment is down and their monthly payment is high because interest rates have gone up. So it's kind of a double whammy here in the Northwest. So stock prices, big tech, January to January, year over year from 2022 to 23. Microsoft started out 310. And now January dropped down to 239 for a 23% decline. Now that's actually climbing back up, and I'll talk about that in this section just a minute. Google 136 to 92, Facebook 320 to 145, Amazon 157 to 98. But even in just pulling these numbers in January, in just about a week and a half, these numbers are starting to come up. So you're already seeing Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft. They're trending up since the beginning of the year. So what's the takeaway? Guys, get the word out. For those people that you know, or if you happen to be buying for the first time, Get out, take some action, take the next step, reach out. For those people who want to sell their existing place because they want to move up or they want to move down, they want to move up, families getting bigger, you know, or they want to shift over into this new location, they want to get closer in, they want to improve their commute. Guys, get out and take some action. Now, for a little bit of fun, I'm unveiling our new logo. We're rebranding. So this is the Gary Nims Group. So nobody's seen this yet. You are the first to see this, and we're adjusting a couple things before we're completely done. And there's a couple versions here, but anyway, there's the new logo. Reach out to me on www.garynims.com. Or most of you, my existing clients have my phone number. Reach out. I'd love to hear from you. All right. That's it for now, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.